I'd like to introduce and invite the committee, Citizens Advisory Committee. This was something that the Board of Education had voted on and put in resolution because we had recognized that in this time and age that we really should be thinking outside the box. Not that we don't have comfort, that how can we save as much as we possibly can? How can we look at things differently so that we can do the best by our students as well as by our community, because not only are we the responsible agents for the students in our district, but we're also the fiscal agents for our community. So whether we have children or you have children in the district, you're still supporting our children. So it's important that we look at all angles. And like I said, this was not an exercise to say, aha, we got you, but it's really a way to look together because people come from many different walks of life. And we all look at different things and getting that extra idea or just brainstorming together. And I am really very proud of this group that got together in this very short time, and they all agreed to say yes, and I'm sure I'm going to be volunteering for people doing things in the very near future. I might be doing some photocopying, possibly bank recs and other things with my accounting background. But I'd like to introduce the committee, starting with the chairperson, Mr. David Lacher. Ex officio, Vice President Jeffrey Hasty. Adam Eagleberg, I said it right. Ed Ackerman, Sue-Yen Taylor, and Mary Monzone. So, and to thank you for doing this, mind you, we gave you this mission with 3 objectives, and I know I'm not going to steal your thunder because I know you're going to go through all of this, and we gave you a very short time to do it in, and I really do appreciate, I know all of the board really does truly appreciate your effort and time that you put in, and I have a little certificate for each of you, and there's a little gift that I have for you guys, but it's coming. It's not here yet. So each of you will be getting a certificate of appreciation awarded in recognition for your dedication, commitment, and contributions to the Board of Education's, and Carol Amarello committee, sorry, our little birdie comes by, in recognition of your dedication, commitment, and contributions to the Board of Education's Citizen Advisory Committee, Budget 2011-2012 of the City School District in New Rochelle. And each of you will be getting, it's going to be bigger than this, but it's a collage of all our schools in picture format that you can have framed. So thank you. So yes, Carol, I'm so sorry. So I hand it over to you, Committee Chair.
Thank you very much, Chrisanne. As proof that this is truly a citizens committee and the board had a very limited function in this, Chrisanne and I did not coordinate our remarks, and so I have nothing to say because she said all of the introduction almost that I was going to do for the committee. But I do want to say that it was really an extraordinary privilege for me to be able to serve as the chairperson for this first inaugural, redundant, Mrs. Reddington, I know, inaugural Citizens Budget Review Committee in the School District of New Rochelle. And it really was quite a remarkable accomplishment what this committee was able to do, really from conception to completion, although the work's never done, but from conception to completion in really less than 6 weeks from when the kernel of an idea was formulated and to get the report that you are about to see this evening. I do need to make a special commendation really for President Petrone, because when the kernel of the idea of providing citizen involvement was broached with her first, and obviously we then had to get all of the board members to agree that this was worth doing in this short period of time. Nobody disagreed with the concept. The idea was just whether the committee could be successful in the very short time that is allotted based upon the budget calendar and the constraints of law and publication and all of that. But when the first kernel of an idea for a pilot program was suggested, and you see we love pilot programs in New Rochelle. We heard from Dr. Whiteside's presentation, we love pilot programs. So when we had the idea, Ms. Petrone really then took the idea, the kernel of the idea, and fleshed it out into the three objectives and the three sections that you're going to hear this evening, and that was really her development of the process and then helping to put the committee together. This really was a committee that most of us didn't know each other before, certainly not very well, and a committee that's done an extraordinary amount of work in a very short period of time, as you will see. So we don't know if all of the ideas will prove feasible, but that wasn't necessarily the objective for all of the ideas necessarily to prove feasible, but certainly a way of thinking about the budget process, thinking about reporting, thinking about community involvement in ways that are different from just having people come to the microphone at budget review sessions with suggestions, recommendations, questions, whatever it may be. So I think already the committee has proven its worth, and the liaison people, the board chair, the board vice president, and Carol, we really were sort of advisors to the committee. This really is the Citizens Committee, and so I have the privilege now. I think, Adam, you're going to go first, right? Thank you.